Shall we listen to Psalm 55 verse 4?
My heart is in anguish within me. The terrors of death have fallen upon me.
My heart is in anguish within me. The terrors of death have fallen upon me, says David. Now, what was the problem of David? What suffering, what anguish David went through in his life? You know about Goliath, right? How David defeated Goliath. The day David defeated Goliath, the women all over Judea, Jerusalem, and Israel, they came singing. They were singing, Saul killed 1,000 people, David killed 10,000 people. You read and see 2 Samuel chapter 18, you will come across this passage. Saul killed how many people? 1,000 people. Whereas David killed 10,000 people. Now Saul was the king of Israel. The women sang, the king killed 1,000 people. David was a small boy, young boy of 17 years old, maybe just 17, 18 years old boy. He killed 10,000 people. As soon as hearing the women singing so, Saul got jealous. How can these women tell this small boy killed 10,000 and I am a king, killed just 1,000 people? And so he was finding an opportunity to kill David. Not only that, he collected a number of soldiers, went behind David to kill him. A small boy, young man, went around escaping from Saul, from one place to other. And at one night, Saul was sleeping in a particular place in a cave. David happened to go there and found his own enemy, Saul, sleeping there, and all the soldiers sleeping. And David saw it was close to Saul, his own spear, and David took the spear as well as the water jug and went very far. From the far he called out, Saul, Saul, Saul. And Saul got up. Is it my son David? Yes, it is me. Today the Lord handed you over to me. I came to the place where you were resting. Here is your spear and the water jug of yours. Find out. Yes, even though the Lord handed over to me, I did not kill you. Why do you believe people saying so many things? You are my Lord. I will never raise my hand against you. Hallelujah.
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 Even though the Lord handed over Saul into the hands of David, did David take revenge? He spared the life of Saul. Suppose you find your enemy like that sleeping in the particular place and you are there standing. What will you do? You will completely cut off the head, not only bury the body and somewhere throw this head to some dogs. Yes or no? Today, the amount of revenge in our hearts. I will see that person is no more. I will see that family is no more. I will see to that he comes to the ground. He comes to the dust. We never have the heart like that of David. A heart that will forgive others. Whereas David was able to forgive the enemy who wanted his life. Suppose Saul found David like that sleeping, he would have finished David. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes, but David was not like that. He was a person full of the presence of God. He was a person who prayed all the time, singing God's presence. There was another problem for David. His own son Absalom. Absalom wanted to come to the crown, the throne of his father David. And so, once David became the king, Absalom went after his own father to kill him. And as he was going, searching for David, he was caught in a great oak. He had a long hair and he was hanging on the tree because he had a thick hair. His thick hair was caught in the branches of oak tree. And the soldiers of David found the enemy of David hanging and they killed Absalom, the son of David. When the news of the death of Absalom reached David, the David says he was mourning for his own son. My son Absalom, I cried for you. Why have you left me? He was crying when his enemy was no more. David, at the point of death, at the point of terrible pain and sickness, that was the time he prayed the Psalm 55 verse 4. My heart is in anguish within me. The terrors of death have fallen upon me. David was able to forgive all those people, Saul, Absalom, and everyone who gave him pain, sufferings. But the end of Saul was terrible. He killed himself and he died. Absalom, he was also killed. The Lord heard the prayer of David and saved David from all of the sufferings he went through in his life.